do a lot of work to it. Coming onto the boat now. I got all the hatches open, storage hatches open. Maybe get on, a tricky situation. So what am I going to do? Well, there's a storage compartment. In there, the fuel tanks, there's one there and there's one there. So I've got to take all that out, access the fuel tanks so I can clean them out, put fuel gauges in, get them done. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is the engine bay. I'm going to ship out everything, all the pipe work. I'm going to put all new pipe work in, go for all the diesel pumps. I'm going to change these. Sit down. I'm going to change these lines here. I might put these ones in as well. They'd be okay. I think they're fine. So anyway, we'll put them in. Change all the filters. Change all them filters in there. That's for the diesel heater, that filter there. But everything's going to be changed. All the fuel lines are going to be changed. They're going to be all blown through and cleaned out. I got take the gearbox back off. I'm going to look at getting the shaft made properly for that. Although it handled fine, I'm not taking no chances. I've got to change the wet exhaust pipe. That's had a leak in it, so I didn't repair that, but it needs to be changed. I'm going to move the diesel heater out of the way from there. I'm going to position it somewhere better. And basically have a good old tidy up in here. I'm going to put new water lines in for the incoming water for the engine coolant. I'm going to put a new head tank in, clean the valve, new head tank in there, and put a decent, good bilge pump in, and basically go for everything. So it should be totally serviced, and they give a good jet wash inside and clean everything out. But yeah, this is all this pipe work, all this filtering here, all this duct in here. I'm going to clean out, I'm going to move all that away and tidy. But yeah, she's going to have spend some time on it now and get it done, because she's worth every single penny. Put new batteries in, new wiring on the batteries, and just basically go for everything and get her looking much better. Take all the cabling out. But yeah, she won't be done. All this engine base will be done, and then give it a deep clean and sort things out. Sort out the gas tanks where they're going to be situated properly, so they're strapped in tidy. But yeah, it's going to have a good overall. Spend some money in it and put some time and money into it now for the next big sale, so she'll be more ready. But I've got to get a new coupling made, if I can get one, for the gear shift on there. The one's on the gearbox is got damaged, so that's got to be changed. But when I had about nearly enough a year now in October, and she done all that time. She's doing like 4 or 5 knots, luckily at that. But after I cleaned the filter out, put new filters in down in Ilfracombe, I didn't use the engine coming back. I was just gentle with it because I didn't know what was going on. So I basically used sail. But coming in the harbour yesterday, I booted it, and she was doing nearly 7 knots, and now on full throttle. So she flies now, basically. So I'm going to check everything now, go for everything, make sure it's 100%. Like I say, it's going to have all new water lines put on, new water pipes. I've it all done, new clips, and I get all ready because I know that engine now is strong. I never had over. Well, before I was getting the reds with it motoring, about 20,000 revs, which is around by here, just below that. But yesterday I was getting 25 in gear, and now I'm in full throttle. So I know, and she was doing a good 6.5 knots, and she'd never done that before. So I know, and with it being out of the water over in Ilfracombe and over in Lynmouth, check the hull and all that is all good. Basically, she just needs money spent on it now and get it looking right. Getting the winches done, getting those stripped and having re-chromed, and have all the lines redone, like on the mizzen. Get all new lines on the mizzen, get that done. New mizzen stack pack, new main stack pack done. It's not going to be on for a while, but it's going to be done. So it'll be main stack pack. I'm going to have a new canopy built, back canopy built. So yes, I got to work my butt off now to get it all done, because she's worth every single penny. Like, I only paid £6 for the boat. I probably put about 10 grand altogether with the boat and what I spent on it, probably about not even 10 grand. So she's worth spending money on, because this is worth every single penny. She handled it, she handled the waves as a boat, as a hull, minus the engine. She handled really well in the wind. The sails are all fine, nothing wrong with the sails, they're all good. I might have a UV strip put on the Genoa and the staysail, so they look nice. Yeah, but otherwise, looking flipping, she's absolutely amazing. Autopilot worked fine. Like to go for all the cable, all the gauges, just check all them. Some wiring issues on them. The lights wasn't working on the dash, which is no big deal. Few little, just spending time and money on it now and get it running right and get everything perfect. The air filter is off. I got it in there, but it doesn't fit on there right, so I get a new air filter for it. But yeah, it's just, I'm going down to the shop now and get a bilge pump and get that fitted properly, because I haven't got a decent bilge pump in it properly. So it's full of water where I've had the issues. So I'm going to do that now, get a pump in it now, just pump it out for now, and then everything's going to be stripped out. As the gearbox is coming back off, and go through everything and just check everything is tight and good, and get all this ducting sorted out, especially that duct in there. It's doing my head in that there. So I'm going to sort out, get all that renewed, done properly, and like I say, move that, take that off for now. I don't need it in summer. Move it away for now and then find somewhere to put it tidy. But yes, let's get all this stripped out and renewed. So take a picture of it now, and we'll do a stage by stage rebuild of it when I get all the materials for it. Right, continue to clean this crap off the boat. Oh, the engine bay. Got rid of all that ducting for the heater. That wasn't doing shit. Just made a mess. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a heater in both places. I'll put a heater in the back and one at the front. And get rid of that. All that space to be saved, and the weight of it is unbelievable. It was all wet. All the that's what come out of it. All that rubbish. All that ducting, and all the insulation was soaking wet. There must have been about 25 kilos of rubbish in there. So that's made the boat a lot lighter. And I'm going to clean all this now with a jet wash. You know, that gunk out of it, because it's absolutely minging. I'll try getting at the fuel tanks. I can't get at them. They're buried behind that big panel there, and it's fiberglass into place there. It's absolutely horrendous to get that. I cannot get at it at all. So I'm going to have to go to the inspection hatch there and have to cut I got to put fuel tanks. I've already ordered the fuel level gauges, fuel gauges basically, to go in there. So that's my inspection hatch. We're going to make a hole in there now for the fuel gauge to go in. I can access and see what and get in there to clean the tanks out, because there's no way on this earth I can get in there to get the tanks out. Absolutely horrendous. It's all behind that big wooden panel, and it's all, no, I can't get at it. So that's one part done. all the filters and everything off, ready. Change all the fuel lines, it's going to come off. Well, they're going to be changed, that's already broke off anyway. So obviously it was leaking from there probably. So these all will be changed, and take the injectors out. I'll put new copper seals in, so they won't come out, new copper seals. And I'll give you and then a new inlet hose on there as well. So just give it a big clean out at the moment with a jet wash, and then tidy all these wires up, cut them all back, find out where they go, what they do, and then reconnect them, then tidy, because it's absolutely, look at it, it's a mess, isn't it? It'll be a lot different when you see it, when I finished it, all tidy and neat. Nothing will be hanging everywhere. There'll be all this duct in everywhere. There'll be an engine bit, you can actually just see the engine and not crap everywhere. So yes, let's give this a jet wash now, and wait for the fuel gauges to come back and then cut the hole in there then and see where we are. Right, I'll leave it there now and catch you up a bit later on in the afternoon. Bye.
Fire went out, lights went down. When you feel lost in your shadow, you feel alone, scream so loud. We are living in this cruel world, broken but strong, gotta move on. You're not a bakery of life. Equip my soul, find the real gold. I'll fulfill what I started. Went down. When you feel lost in your shadow, feel alone, scream so loud. We are living in this cruel world, broken but strong, gotta move on. You're not a bakery of life. Equip my soul, find the real gold. I'll fulfill what I started.
Back off again, just to check the clutch situation. I think it seems tight in there. I'll check them anyway, make sure nothing's come loose, but that seems fine in there. I'll recheck them again anyway, but just wanted to make sure that those haven't come loose, because the amount of pressure behind that, but I was surprised. That seems to be fine in there. That seems to be holding just good. So I'm quite happy with that situation in there. There's no spot on there, I think. There's no vibration coming out anyway, so I just wanted to take it off and just to check it 100%. So yeah, I think that's fine there. I reached, like I say, I will check the bolts, retighten them just to make sure, but otherwise I think that's fine. That's all good. I can put that back together now. Right, so I'm filtering the diesel now onto the tank and basically flushing it through. One pump going in, one pump coming out. Let's go through a filter there just to see any black shit comes off of it. Then it's going to the polishing filter then there. It's really cloudy though, that shouldn't be like that I don't think. Right, so that's then it's going from there then back over on it, back into the tank again. So basically flushing what's diesel in there. I'll see what I can do with it. And then we should hold any residue, any water, anything like that inside there. That looks really cloudy, it's supposed to be clear apparently. So we are coming out. We see any black into our filter now. And we'll see how it goes. And then when I clear that, then see what I can do, because I can't get them out. I can't get the tanks out. I just want to see what I can do and filter it and see what crap comes through it. And go from there. Catch you on later in the video. Bye. Look how black that is in there. Look at it all coming out of there. Look at it. Ah, how foggy that is. Well, the only way of me doing this now is to actually take the tanks out all, because that's absolutely stinking in there. Do that. Shit comes up out of the tank. I can't clean it because I can't get it. How black is that? That's the diesel out of the tank. Right, the tanks are behind there. They're that height to the top there. Then they're going down to the bottom. And they're buried then in between the 2x2s, fiberglassed in along the top there. So they're behind there. You can just about see the tank there. And they're buried behind that. And it's going way back, that way past there. So I'd have to cut that out. It's not structural, I suppose. I'd have to cut that out. Cut it down the bottom. and then cut. I don't know. It's just a fucking nightmare. And the same that side. So they're buried behind these 2x4s here, and then it's cross membered in the top. Then secure the top. So it's a lot of structural in it. And there's no way if I can get in there. And there's the drainage on the bottom there, both pipes. And then again, the same that side. Fucking huge. And then inside, then the access panel, then inside. I hacked that out there so I can see inside the tank. I should be seeing there. Probably not, but that's just hacked out. A fucking nightmare. Right, I've changed the return fuel lines on the injectors. They were the old ones. So they're done. And it was an absolute nightmare to get banjo bolts for this, and these were sealed on with that crimp there, so I done just cut them off and I reused them. So it's all new. Like I said, I change them, which I done. That's all good. And there's a new line then going into the return there, and then you got the return then going back over to there. So they're done. I might have to get new washers, but other than that, it should be fine. It still should start anyway. It might leak a little bit, but it still starts. I just ordered new washers for that because I couldn't get any. But yes, so I just need to get washers for that. And that's done. Now what I got to do now is put the filter in. Where's that gone? Where's that gone? Yes, so I got. Now I got to put that filter in to separate the water from the diesel, and also filter what's in the diesel tanks. Then I got these filters then. Where are you gone? There's filters here to go on as well. So they go straight from the main tank into there. So I keep an eye on it until he comes and cleans my tanks. So at least I can have running diesel. But yeah, so I just keep an eye on what's going on in the engine and filter everything before it gets into the engine itself. So that's, I'm going to fit that now. And then we should have the engine running this afternoon then, yeah. There we are, so I'll give that a quick clean and fit it. So we're almost there. The gearbox is all done. That's all the new couplings put on there. I turn around and show you if I can get around in the engine bay. Oh, which is bloody awkward. Right. Right, so gearbox is back on. New coupling was made by Bradley. He made me that. So there's a new coupling. That was an old plastic thing that just fell apart. I don't know where that is now. It's somewhere. But anyway, so that's done. All the wiring is tucked away properly now. I just got to push it out of the way there, out of the way. Bilge pump is in. That's the hose there going into the bilge pump. Out, and it's going into there at the moment. So the bilge pump is in, down there. That's done. Gearbox is on, it's all tight. That's done there. And all the line, all the piping work has got to be re-piped. So I just got to do that now. I put the filter in, and then at the moment, I'm not going to use that tank at the moment. I'm going to leave that. I'm just going to run one tank for now until I get them cleaned. So if I do anything, at least I can run a jerry can from in there into my diesel. I just want to see what's going on with the fuel in there at the moment. So you see there now, and catch you up in a bit. Bye. Right, this is a temporary setup at the moment. I just want to check everything before I install everything. So what we got here now, got a main coming from the tank into the filter. You see it's already black already in there. I just want to run it and see. So I want to see what happens. So that's there. Then we got the water filter. What do you call it? I don't know. It basically cleans and takes all the water out of the diesel and sits the water at the bottom. And that's running then through a main into the main fuel pump. And I've got another filter there then just to check what's coming in. So I just want to see what's coming in off there until I get the tanks cleaned. It's just temporary. So I just want to see what's going on, basically see what happens with the filtering system and see if that gets dirty. If that starts to get dirty, I'll stop it straight away. So, because I don't want that going into the engine too much shit. So I want, that should filter from there, then it's filtering from there, and then it's filtering there into the main pump for the engine. And this is like, it's just temporary a moment until I get everything, until I see everything, how everything's going. I got new return lines in. New return lines there. Back into the return pipe there. I think these are leaked because I need to change the washers, which I don't mind. I can get them at any time, so I just want to run the engine for now to see. But I don't mind if they leak at the moment, so I can change them. Like I say, we have got the new wet exhaust pipe on, and we've also got the coupling and the gearbox fitted. So basically, it's just basically down to the fuel lines now and getting the fuel tanks cleaned out. That's all it's down to now. Like I say, at the end of the day, I can use a jerry can, and I can still use a boat until I get them cleaned. So I could just rig up a jerry can with clean diesel and still run the engine until I get it, until we get them sorted. So you see, you start the engine now while you're online, while we got recorded. This will be the first time I've started now since we've had trouble. Find the keys. It shouldn't start straight away because it's air in the system, so it shouldn't start straight away. But just tick it over and see what happens. I'm not expecting that. Right, so easy to. Okay, let's try again. There's a leak, I didn't turn the pipe up. Because I still had crap coming into that filter there, I still left it in there. I'll just show you again. Oh, it's into my hand. Look on there. All that black congealed shit in there. So, because I had all that going on, I decided to delete the tank, and I put a fuel tank in for now until I get the tanks cleaned. So what we've done there now, I put a main pipe down for the top there, which I'll seal that later on, and then I got a filter then running out of there then down into the fuel, into the engine. Then what I got to do now, I've got to put a return pipe in there now, but I want to suck up some of that diesel first before I put another pipe in, because otherwise it'd be just, I want to have it less fuel in it. So just get that started now. It should start, shouldn't be a problem starting it. Might take a bit of time, I don't know. But you see it run now with that set up there. What should happen now, you should see the fuel now coming through the filter there, and then going down into the engine. So it's clean diesel, it's brand new diesel that hasn't been used. So it's not dirty or dirty, it's clean. So. Fluid now comes to the filter, so any rubbish that would be in that tank will go through the filter, and then before it goes to the engine then, and then it goes to that filter then, it's the main filter for the engine, it's there. Other than that, now the fuel now, the fuel then comes out of the injectors. Back into the main tank, which I want to use the one down in the summer just down there. Maybe I'll take it down to there maybe, and then I can put another pipe in then and do the turn. So she's running. Never got over 20. I'm triple the horsepower in that now. Oh, good to go. But now you find the rest of this now. And looking better. This is ready now. Now we've got the fuel tanks cleaned out now. And then, well, I think we do enough now. There we go. Yep, I'm watching the time. I'll do an engine test. See how she runs. Gary there, what about? Gary! Don't film. at all, doing over 7 knots, or 7 miles an hour. Doing really, really good. Went over the bay, had an ice cream, and now we're heading back onto the mooring, and no faults at all, and then running smooth. So, just basically tied any up and now in the engine bay. This was just a test. See how she handled in the, in the stress, whatever. Everything held up, everything's good, everything's tight. We'll see this, just go through it now and again, check everything, make sure everything is tall, tight. And I'll show you then what I made up with the fuel tank. I'll see you in a while. Bye. Right, there's my fuel line set up at the moment. Just a jerry can, turns into fuel, well, carries fuel, doesn't it? What else it does? Right, so what we got here is the main feed into the engine pump, oil filter, just to keep an eye on the fuel, but it's clean, it's brand new fuel, it's clean fuel, so don't really need to filter it, but I filter it anyway. And that's running down then into the floor, into the engine bay. And then we got a return pipe then for the fuel return back into the tank. So we've got circulation of fuel there. So that's my tank setup. And the engine is all running perfect. Just got 7.5 knots out of it. And I'll have a quick look at the bun there. And it's all neat and tidy at the moment there. So everything's done, coupling's done. New injector pipes on the top for the return feed. And then you've got the fuel lines then coming out of the top of the engine there, out of the top of the cabinet there, going down into the fuel line there. And then you got the return pipe then, just the screen going back into the tank. At the moment that's a temporary situation. We have got the diesel filter there, but the diesel is no good. I'll get the tanks re-cleaned. And that tank's been capped off, so it's deleted. Both tanks have been deleted, and the engine runs absolutely lovely. She's doing 7 knots now. Revs. That's done. And I've also got the new let me cut back in the engine again. We also got the new just about see it there, the new wet exhaust pipe put on, so that's done as well. So got good flow of water and everything is working tidy. So it's done at the moment until I get the tanks cleaned out now, but at least I can use the boat. Thanks for watching, bye.